everyone knows, classic leveling is very easy, so I made leveling 100 times harder with this add-on. Because if you die once, you will have to restart from zero. This is classic WoW hardcore mode. The first question is, what race should you pick? In WoW, there is a wide array of races, from the steroid junkie, the crackhead, the weed smoker, Tyler 1, but best of all, human, because there is already enough fantasy in this game. And we need to keep this challenge somewhat grounded in reality. Now the hardest question. What class should I pick? I want to press more than one button, so I'm gonna discount Mage and Paladin. I don't want to be a healer. I also don't want my pet to pull 1 million mobs. Now it's in between Rogue and Warrior. Because I would rather have a big sword than a tiny little dagger, I'm gonna pick Warrior. We just need to pick a name and enter the world. We start our adventure by taking some quests and killing the wolves and worm. Because of a horrible disease called retail WoW brain, I pulled every single mob I saw, thinking I could just kill them all.
10 seconds later.
Oh no, what? This might not be as easy as I thought. L, now that's a record. XD, lol, indeed. Oh my god. DC probably, yeah. This was 100% a DC. Let's forget that just happened. After killing some kobolds and some wolves, I handed in the quest. Then they sent us to the vineyards to kill the Defias thugs, who are attacking this random vineyard instead of any other place around the map. I continued killing the Defias thugs, and that reminded me of the first lesson in World of Warcraft Classic, the classic combat. You stand still, you hit a guy, you walk a bit, hit another guy, and repeat. Extremely interesting gameplay. We continued our questing, where we were supposed to kill their leader, Garrick Padfoot. We were unsure if we could deal with such a formidable foe. After an epic battle that almost lasted 10 seconds, we won and headed out to Goldshire. We entered Lion's Inn, but the quest giver was dead, so we stood there waiting for him to respawn. But the second the quest giver returned, an orc rogue came out of the shadows to kill him. He tried to flee like the coward he was, but I chased after him. I accidentally clicked him and got instantly one shot, ending our run at level 5. But with my newfound knowledge, I would complete the leveling even faster.
See you around.
After almost an hour of game time, we returned to Goldshire, but we still needed to wait for the quest giver to return. But after only a couple of minutes, he came back, but luckily the rogue wasn't here. I was probably able to scare him off. In this quest, we were supposed to go to the mine to kill all the kobolds, so we could take their candles. We went into the cave, ready to get in and out as fast as possible. But when we walked a bit deeper, it was full of players. So we decided to split up so we could find kobolds more effectively. When I was killing a kobold, another one spawned right on top of me. My HP started falling quickly, so I started running out of the cave. But at that time, I didn't realize it was already too late.
Head down.
And I died right there at level 5, at the same level I was an hour ago. But I was still equally as determined to complete this challenge as before. Then I restarted again. Like every other time, I started a human warrior in Northshire Valley. But when we came to the final quest, we saw the classic player's favorite pastime, standing in a queue. 10 minutes of standing in the queue, we finally got first. But the second it was our time to take the kill, a random paladin stole it. We were about to let it slip because we were first either way, but within 1 minute the entire line collapsed and everyone stood in a circle around the spawn point. 3 attempts and a lot of spam clicking, we were finally able to get the kill. Then we returned to Goldshire, took all the quests and headed out. When we came back in the cave, it reminded me why WoW leveling is very awesome. Killing the same mobs over and over and over and over again, just to get a couple of items with a 5% drop chance, so fun. And what's even better, in the authentic classic WoW leveling experience, there's only 3 mobs. Normal dude standing still and hitting you, range dude, and normal dude but a bit stronger. Maybe if you're really lucky, you'll find a normal dude that's extra strong. And that's a rundown of every NPC you will ever find in the open world questing experience. But anyway, after killing 10,000 kobold miners, we returned to Goldshire, handed in our quest and went to Stormwind, one of the biggest cities in WoW and the capital of the Alliance. We went there to learn all our professions we needed. I personally took herbalism and alchemy, and my friend took blacksmithing and mining. We split up to go to the profession vendors to learn our profession. When we had gotten all the professions, we left Stormwind and continued our questing, and went straight over to Jasperlord Mine to scout it out. But very surprisingly, it was full of kobolds. Who could have believed that? So we ran back to Goldshire and we reported the news to Marshal Doghan. After handing in the quest, we took another and went to the farms, where we were supposed to run back and forth over and over again. And that brings me to the third part. Walking equals fun. What was even more fun, the sponsor of this video, Raid Shadow Legends. Just kidding, I only have 200 subscribers. But you might ask, why is there so much walking in the game? To answer that, I have to take you back. In 2001, all the WoW developers went to see Lord of the Rings in cinemas and thought, damn, this movie is all about walking. Let's add a bunch of unnecessary walking into our game. Then our video game will be as good as the movie. But let's not call it walking, let's call it world building and exploration, because that sounds a lot more fun. Finally done running between the two farms, so we headed back to Goldshire. We took the next quest and ran over to the logging camp, where we were supposed to kill wolves and bears. When we were killing them, a random wolf started dodging every single one of my hits, like if it was some kind of ninja. My health started going down really quick, but he was still dodging every single one of my hits, so I had no option but to run.
Hjälp mig då!
And then, just before I was about to die, a dwarf came out to save me, literally seconds before I died. He ran out in the forest, never to be seen again. A true hero. I hope he's alive somewhere out there. Thank you, Sevseek. We easily killed the rest of the wolves and handed in the quest. Then we walked back to Goldshire to craft some potions and gear and headed back. In the next quest, we were supposed to kill about 100,000 murlocs. After slaughtering about a generation worth and a bit too many close calls, we were finally done, and we just needed to pick up some logs. In WoW Classic, there are really 3 quests. Number 1 is collect 10 items, number 2 is kill 10 boars, and number 3 is escort someone across the planet. And you will repeat all these quests from level 1 to level 60. We finally finished picking up all the logs and handed in the quest. Then we thought of teleporting back to Goldshire.
This isn't my world. Disappointed!
What we didn't know was we never set Goldshire as a spawn point, so we got teleported to Northshire Valley instead and had to run all the way back. When we arrived this time, we didn't forget to set the Heartstone. We made some new potions and headed out. The next quest led us to the pumpkin patch, where we were supposed to kill Princess and some Defiance Brotherhood NPCs, so we could steal their bandanas. And even though literally every single NPC had the bandana, it felt like it was a 5% drop chance. But after murdering about 1 million, we finally collected all the bandanas and could hand in the quest. Then we felt ready to go over and kill Hager. But when we arrived, there were players everywhere, so Hager wasn't up. So we decided to kill gnolls instead, so we could complete the other quest. When I was picking up a flower, Hager spawned right in front of me, and we could tag him before everyone else. We weren't sure if we could actually beat him, but every single player in the area came to help us, and we could kill him in a couple of seconds. But we still needed to collect the armband, so we spent literally a half hour killing gnolls. Then we Hearthstone back to Goldshire, where we handed in the quest and got our first achievement. And we were now level 10, so we decided to do the warrior class quest, where we were to walk to Old Town in Stormwind and enter the Pigs and Whistles bar, where we were supposed to talk to Harry Burgard. He told us to take someone else's cup, and we did it. He was impressed by our skill, so he told us to go to the logging camp and talk to Marshal Hagrid, because he could get us some better weapons. So we took the long walk over there. Hagrid told us he needed to get some stuff back from the Defiance Brotherhood. When we entered the camp, we easily wiped out all the guards, took all his things back. He gave us some of his old weapons in return. Now when we finally had some good weapons, we felt ready to leave Elven Forest and enter Westfall. Took all the starter quests. Then we headed out. We started with the quest Westfall Stew, where we were supposed to kill different animals. We ran around killing for about half an hour before giving up for the day and logging up. We came back the very next day and we continued slaughtering every animal we saw to get the items. Level 19 Dust Devil came out of nowhere. I took aggro and started to run, because my friend had the lowest HP. While I was trying to de-aggro him, my friend Fart accidentally took aggro. The Dust Devil took more than half his HP in just 2 hits. I started running after him, trying to take aggro, but it was too late.
Around me are familiar faces.
This might be the end of this life, but I will come back faster, stronger and smarter. If you like this video, watch this one.